What if I told you that after over 20 years in the homeschool world, the biggest lessons I've learned have nothing to do with curriculum or schedules? Today, I'm sharing 3 powerful truths that completely changed how I see this journey, and they might just change yours too. Hey Mama, I'm Laura Noel, your Homeschool Simplicity Coach. Before we jump in, I wanted to personally invite you into the Simplicity Mamas community group. It's free, and every day we are talking about organization, decluttering, systems, and so much more. Join in the fun today. You'll find the link in the description below. It's time to grab your coffee and let's get real. I often hear homeschool moms asking, am I doing this right? Is this even working? Maybe I'm just not cut out for this. And honestly, I get it. The doubt is real. But here's what I want you to know. I've been in the homeschool world for over 2 decades now. First as a student myself, being homeschooled from kindergarten through high school, and now as a mom teaching my own kids. These aren't the lessons you'll find in homeschool how-to books. They're the real, lived experience truths that come from being on both sides of this journey. And they've completely shifted how I approach homeschooling. Not just the academic side, but the whole beautiful, messy, life-giving experience of it all. Lesson number 1, anyone can homeschool if they really want to. I cannot tell you how many times I've heard someone say, oh, that's good for you, but I could never do that. I don't have the patience. My kids are too active. It's just not my gift. But here's what I've learned after watching countless families make this work. Homeschooling is not for every parent and every kid. But most families can make it work if they're passionate about it and if they feel it's the right thing for their family. And honestly, the people who want to do it but find excuses are usually just looking for excuses. I know it's some tough love, but I've worked with families where both parents work full-time. I personally work part-time, sometimes from home, sometimes at my workplace where I take my kids with me. I've seen families who homeschool in the mornings, others who do it at night, and some who tackle everything on weekends. So here's the truth. You can fit homeschool into your life, your rhythm, and your routine. It doesn't have to look the same way as anyone else's. When I was a kid, my mom went through a season of severe illness. Did we quit homeschooling? Nope. We pivoted. She chose curriculum that my sister and I could mostly do independently. We did school in the car, at the doctor's office, wherever life took us. It wasn't perfect, but it worked. That's what rhythms are all about. You have your anchor points, and everything else flows around your real life. So if this is you, stop waiting for the perfect season to start homeschooling. Look at your actual life right now and ask, what rhythm could work for us? Morning school? Evening lessons? Weekend learning? Build your homeschool around your real life and not someone else's. Lesson 2, every child is incredibly different. This one was a hard lesson for me to learn. When I was 3 years old, I watched my older sister learning to read at 6 and thought, I want to do that too. So my mom taught me to read at 3. Fast forward to my own child, and I got her this beautiful preschool curriculum for her at 3, thinking she'd love it just as much as I did. She fought tooth and nail. She didn't want to do the workbooks. She didn't want to sit for stories. She didn't want any of it. Now, teaching her to read, that was even more difficult. And she didn't really start reading until she was 8 or 9. Not because I didn't try, not because she wasn't capable, but because it just wasn't her time. Now my 3-year-old son, he's pulling books off the shelf, demanding that we do them. He loves workbooks and educational activities. Same curriculum, completely different kid. This is why you can't compare your child to anyone else's, not even to their own siblings. Every child has different learning styles, different energy levels, and different interests. With my daughter, I ended up putting away the workbooks and trying some unit studies instead. Lessons that we would read together with discussion questions and just 1 or 2 pages of activities. She thrived with that approach for a while. My son, he loves moving from station to station, workbook page, scissors activity, coloring, block building. The same preschool curriculum that didn't work for his sister is perfect for him. So if this resonated, take a hard look at what's not working in your homeschool right now. Is it the child or is it the method? Give yourself permission to pivot and try something completely different. Your homeschool deserves more peace, and so do you. And lesson number 3, homeschooling is about nurturing the soul. Here's the lesson that changed everything for me. Homeschooling isn't just about doing school at home. It's about nurturing your child's entire soul. So when I was a kid, I thought we were just getting a good education with a one-on-one teacher. What I didn't realize until much later was that all the life lessons we were learning along the way would serve us so much. We learned independence, having a list of subjects to complete every day and the freedom to move on when we finished. We learned cooperation, because when you're in the same room with siblings who are studying different things with different learning styles, you have to figure out how to get along. People say homeschoolers don't get socialized, but if you have siblings, you have constant socialization. You're learning conflict resolution, problem solving, and teamwork every single day. And if you're an only child, you still get those lessons, but they look a little bit different. We learned practical life skills early because we were folded into the entire daily life of our home. We cooked, cleaned, took care of the house, watered the plants, fed the pets, all the things that make a home run. And here's something beautiful. We learned to deal with boredom, which led to incredible creativity. We had time to just be kids, to play, explore nature, use our imaginations. We had more margin for childhood. If this hits home, start thinking about homeschooling as more than just academics. This week, intentionally include one life skill lesson, cooking together, organizing a space, caring for a pet, or tackling a household project as a team. You're not just teaching school, you're nurturing souls. Here's what I want you to remember, Mama. You're not just managing math lessons and chore charts. You're raising whole, beautiful humans. You're nurturing souls, building character, and creating a foundation that will last a lifetime. If you've ever doubted whether this journey is worth it, I hope today's lessons reminded you of the deep impact you're making. Every day you choose to simplify, to focus on what matters, to create space for your children to grow, that matters. Your homeschool doesn't have to look like anybody else's. It just has to work for your family. And if you really want this for your kids, you can make it work. If you want help making this life-giving vision a daily reality, grab my free guide, Homeschool Simplicity Staples, 6 sanity-saving tools to cut through the chaos and help you feel in control. Get it today at lauranoel.com/start. Remember, friend, you don't have to do it all. Just do what sticks. And what sticks is love, connection, and the courage to keep nurturing the beautiful souls in your care. I'll see you next week with more Homeschool Simplicity inspiration.